Look at the pandemic. Man, I thought we were going to die.
Yeah.
Man, we stayed strong.
Yeah.
And the only bad thing about the pandemic is like now it's like, come on, we got to get back out there.
Yeah.
We got to hit it again. We got to get back on the road and grow this puppy, because my daughter just signed up with us. And I didn't even know that she got her insurance license.
Yeah.
We wanted her to be a dentist.
Yeah.
We wanted her to be somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. And she came home. She goes, Dad, let's go have dinner. And she threw her license on the table.
So she went out, did it all on her own
Because
before
she knew I would be against it.
Wow.
You got to understand, it's just that I went through so much emotional pain and financial pain that I don't know. I don't want her to experience that, but not realize like, no, we got the pathway.
Yeah.
No, she's not going to go through that. She's like that new agent that I'm promising, no, come on, we're going to go make some money.
And she's killing it too. Celeste is killing it.
Second generation, and that's all she knows.
That's phenomenal. Well, you've taken the lumps, right? Like we've all taken a lot of the lumps, instead of be able to take that out and just say, literally just do this, right?
Yes.
But that's cool because she's probably seen the ups and downs, and no matter what, this business isn't pretty, right?
No, it's not pretty, and she knows that.
Yeah, and still wanting to do it and going out and taking that initiative is phenomenal.
Just imagine a 23-year-old and her average weekly deposit's $2,000, $2,500.
Yeah.
That's big.
And that's what she's doing. She's doing the boost. She's doing the...
Everybody, my biggest mistake, I should have taught her Spanish. She runs leads. All English leads.
All English leads.
So now when people tell me that English leads are hard, I go, baloney.
My daughter.
Talk to my daughter. Talk to my 23-year-old daughter.
I love it. I love it. Well, I guarantee she probably...
So look out, Adam. We might be running into each other.
All right.
Because now I'm taking English leads.
I
want them.
I love it. I love it. So that's cool, man. So getting a second generation in there, her having success, you couldn't ask for more than that, right?
I couldn't ask for anything more. One thing that I'm always sharing is that I wish I could talk to the agents the way I talk to my daughter.
Yeah.
Because coming home empty-handed, it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
She's got to go home with the deposit.
Yeah.
Or else don't come home.
Yeah. I love it. You'd be surprised how many times that last door you knock.
Yes.
Forcing yourself one more time, right?
Yes.
Go to one more door, one more house.
Yes. I mean, she really impressed me. We went all the way to the Inland Empire, and she still had to drive almost 2 hours into India. And I'm not kidding you, Adam. I was worried because she runs local. I mean, she runs Stockton to Bakersfield. That's local.
Yeah.
And she's taking a new agent that's in her late 50s, set in her ways. I'm like, man, my phone goes off. Dad just picked up a 150. Dad just picked up an 80. We're coming home. Like, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And she's going back out.
Yeah.
See, and Dad's like, wow, Ed, you don't man, my 23-year-old daughter just drove 5 hours to get to, and another 2.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. It's how bad do you want it, right?
Yeah. How bad do you want it? She grew up seeing that. She grew up like, no, we go. We go.
That's awesome, man. And and again, you said local, Bakersfield to Stockton. I mean, we could Google that. That's probably 5-6 hours. You know,
that's
what I mean?
Local for us.
Yeah, and that's every successful agent we have really has that same mentality, right? It's like I'll go to where the leads are. I'll go to where the prospects are. If you have that mentality, you can write your own check.
Exactly.
You want to make. I literally had someone ask me, maybe it was a week ago or something online. They said like asking about how far people drive, and I'm like, as far as it takes, right?
Exactly.
Like if you want to make $200,000 or $300,000 a year, you have to be willing to go where the leads are. And that may mean out of state. If you don't want to, you don't have to, right? But don't expect to make multiple 6 figures. It's not going to happen.
And going back to the best of both worlds, building the book of business or building an agency, we have the best of both worlds. You set up, you don't have to take leads.
Yeah.
And you can make a living, or you could run leads. Remember, success is 80% prospecting.
Yeah.
Because when you get licensed and you wake up, know where to go, you're dead.
My business model has always been, I've told people, if you're giving this a full-time effort, there's no reason you should be working less than 20 to 25 leads a week, right? Like
exactly.
Take advantage of that low-hanging fruit. Understand the math, right? That generally, like what I would see if I got 10 leads, I might only talk to those people, right? There seems like 1 or 2 that entered the witness protection program, or they died, or something happened, someone else sent it in, or you get all those things. But generally, about at least 50 to 60% of my leads, if I approach the door right, with the right energy, following the right script, keeping it simple, I would sit with 50 to 60% of my leads. So I'd do 5 to 6 presentations out of every 10. If you're brand new, you got to close at least half of those, right? If you're even worth your weight even if you don't even know what you're doing, you just explain the services we offer, you're gonna close at least half, right? You get better, 60, 70, maybe 80%. You get some people that are closing at a very high rate. People like Dylan Woods, he's converting 45% of his leads.
Wow.
Right?
That's really good.
Yeah, but he understands that, and he doesn't let it mess him up that if he has a bad, because that's the thing with running leads, right? If you spend $1,000 on leads and you go out and fall on your face, usually it's because you're not prepared or you're not working them right. You fall in the system. But if it does happen, you need to take more leads, another $500,000 leads, whatever it may be, and go out again, right? Because if you just take that loss and say these leads don't work or this area is bad, you already failed.
If you say it's a bad lead, it's a bad lead.
Yeah, exactly. A lead is just an opportunity. That's
a
all
name and an address.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And I don't know how many times. I remember one time I called Johnny. Hey, Johnny, how was that lead? It was great. Oh, they bought. He goes, oh no, the neighbors did.
Yeah.
It's a great lead.
Yeah,
it got me there.
Exactly.
Because when you get there, we don't just park and door knock. We call it the 5-point door knock.
Yeah. So
or the sign of the cross, whatever you want to call it. And we show that lead so they know that we didn't show up right. Hey, we were here visiting. We gave them their free benefit package and we give them you got a minute? Can we come in and give you yours too?
So if you have someone that runs 20 leads, that means literally that's 100 opportunities.
Yes.
100 opportunities. And JR told me a long time ago, he's like, you got to view this business like, I've been married with my wife, happily married for a long time. But he's like, if you're dating, right? He's like, if you go out and you ask a girl, hey, you want to dance, right? If you're out, you want to dance, he's like, they may tell you no. He's like, but if you ask 100 girls,
somebody's going to say yes.
Some people are going to say yes, right? And it's the same thing with leads. Like, it's the opportunity of getting out there and taking advantage of the opportunity by talking to people.
Yeah, because you take 5 leads times 5, how much is that? That's 25.
25.
Yeah, and plus the 5, there's 30.
But if you only hit the 5, chances are you might not make nothing.
Exactly.
You might not sell anything.
Exactly. I had agents complain, oh, these leads are no good. And I go, well, wait a minute, but you called in sales. Oh, they were neighbors. There was somebody that was walking. Then it was a good lead because you would have never gone to that neighborhood.
Yeah. The company spent millions to put you in that neighborhood.
Exactly.
Over the years.
Exactly. Yeah. See, and once again, that 80%.
Yeah.
That 80%. If you don't match, you're going to pay for that 8% one way or another, Adam. Yeah. You're either going to buy leads.
Yeah.
You're going to try and recruit your friends. You're going to go to the mall, or you're going to set up a booth, or you're going to just beg everybody. But nobody gets away from it.
Yeah. That's so true, man. That's so true. So you really just have to pick what's best suited for you.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's what I tell everybody. Let's find out what works for you. Okay. Yeah. You might be a booth guy. You might be a lead guy. You might be an orphan guy. Let's go service people. Maybe you're more that way.
Service oriented.
Yeah, service oriented. Maybe you're a good trainer. So I'll use you for all the trainings. Okay. So let's identify what works for you. And that's one thing it has worked for me wonders. Okay. Let's identify what works for you.
Yeah.
And we're not going to know until we get out there.
I love it.
All my recruiting is like, look, I want to promise you the world like everybody, okay?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's for you or not. It all depends what culture you're looking for. Adam, it's not going to cost you anything to submit your contract.
Yeah.
Okay? It is not going to cost you anything to take you out training.
Yeah.
But one thing I will not do is you jump in my car without being at least contracted.
Yeah.
Because I would love to split that sale with you.
Yeah.
So let's get you going and let's find out if it's for you. And that's simple. I can sit here and tell you we're the best things in sliced bread.
But you said you're going to take them out, work with them, and then you're going to pay them even though they
exactly. Let me throw you in with the trainer, and so at least you're getting paid. Okay? So let's get you a contract. It's not going to cost you anything. That's the only way you're going to find out.
It don't cost anything to get contracted.
It doesn't. I don't need $199 for you to sign up, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, if the company's asking for money to sign up, I might. I
know. Now I think back. But all kidding aside, I'm glad I went through what I went through, Adam, because I learned so much.
Yeah.
Okay. I would not be where I'm at had I learned everything I learned along the way.
Yeah.
I would have not valued this opportunity as much as I do if I had not walked out of Disneyland.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had to deliver for my wife on this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and that's the thing, right? The more pain that we go through and the more problems we're able to solve, the more money we make, right?
Yeah,
we're compensated for the bigger the problems, the more pain, all those things. And so, but you figured out an angle in this business was completely different than anything I'd ever known or even been taught, you know what I mean? And so it's so cool to see you achieving such a high level of success and bringing other people with you, right? Like,
thank you.
Best feeling in the world to hear that, to see your agents' lives changing, to see people making money. I always tell people when they say, hey, I want to get into management, Well, you got to be able to prove yourself, because at the end of the day, if we're going to help you recruit and we're going to help you bring other people in the business, their livelihood, their children, their families are going to be dependent on you. And we have to know that you can be able to do it at a very high level and that you're consistent, right?
Yeah.
Because they're counting on you, and it's not fair. We've spent, me and you both spent a long time building up a good reputation.
Exactly.
Wanting to do the right thing and help people out.
Yeah, exactly.